Live life as a child. A child, I may have mentioned this before, is a symbol of purity, innocence, kindness, curiosity, spontaneity, adventurous, innocence. Deep down, we're all children. Regardless of what age we are, adulthood to me is just a mask we wear in society. It's a very rigid mask. And then when we live as adults, we have all these responsibilities and deadlines. And a lot of times, these responsibilities, they're not something we truly value. They're more related to our survival, trying to survive in the society. But it's not what we deep down value. Like it's not fulfilling, meaningful, right? It's different. When we were children, we didn't have to focus on much deadlines or competing with others or racing to be better and things like that. I mean, if we have any of that, it's just more for playing. It's about playing. But I feel like as an adult, I feel like I have to be someone I'm not, do things that I don't enjoy, and it really makes me feel trapped. It takes away my freedom. It's very stressful and draining. I notice a lot of people feel enervated, meaning they lack energy generally, and they don't even have the energy to hang out with their friends or pursue activities. And then a lot of people are also jaded as well. Like, it's just life is so mundane, so boring, so routine. There's a lack of adventure and engaging with our curiosity, creativity, right? I think that's why a lot of people have mental troubles, depression, anxiety, being scared of judgment from others, people pleasing, things like that. It's because we repress our inner child. We're not engaging with our inner child. We're not going out and self expressing, right? This is about authenticity. So earlier, I went for a run in the park, and after that I went to the playground, and then I played on the swings, and then I did pull ups on the bars, and then I rolled around in the grass, and then after that, for the next 20-30 minutes, I just lied on the grass on my back, and just stared at the clouds moving by and watching the birds chirp. And I'll tell you that it just it was really rejuvenating, and it reminded me of my childhood, how I didn't have to worry about responsibilities or deadlines. I just go and sit around and play. And I think that's what we all need as living beings, humans, is we got to make time to really enjoy ourselves, to play, to self-express, to be creative and be silly. Plan less, right? Because planning is really about for the future, but we don't really enjoy life by living in the future. We enjoy life by living in the present. And the present doesn't have plans or goals. It only has presence. Now, whatever comes to mind or whatever you feel like doing, do it, right? The more you ignore your feelings, your mood, your thoughts, things that you really want to do, the more jaded you'll feel towards life, the more bored you'll feel towards life, the more frustrated you'll feel toward yourself and towards life. So lately, every week, I've been going into the park, and the more I go into park and meditate and just play on the grass, the more I enter my state of being, which is getting out of contemplation and focusing more on sensation and feeling and being. And I feel lighter. I feel more at peace. It's just a really great feeling. And this is this is me returning to my childhood. And I think everyone would benefit with engaging with their inner child. So if anyone asks me what's my hobby, I'll tell them it's people watching, nature watching, playing in the grass, rolling around in the grass, cloud watching. I really enjoy it. And I think it's more important than scrolling on social media, more important than chasing after the future, more important than meeting deadlines or doing the rat race, racing to get something. I learned recently about manifestation, that manifestation isn't about chasing after the thing you want. It's about setting that idea or that thing that you want and then letting it go. But what you're and then focus on chasing after the state of being. So it's really about the state of being, because when we are able to be relaxed in our body and able to be happy with just ourselves and being, we end up becoming magnetic somehow and end up attracting things, events, ideas, and people into our life that resonates with of our state of being, which is called frequency. When we're very playful, when we're self-expressing, when we're authentic, when we're in our state of being more and more, apparently our frequency is higher, and then we're able to attract things that match that vibration. So that's what I learned about manifestation. It's a very practical way to do this. I'm testing it out. Like, if I want a desired reality, then instead of chasing that reality, I chase the state of being. Everything is really about presence and state of being. Life happens in the present, not in the future, not in the past. Those those don't exist. Present only exists. So as someone who is an intuitive thinker who lives in his head all the time, most of the time, where my inner world is more rich than my outer world, I want to change that. I want to live out here more. So that's what I'm doing by going out into nature. And I can tell you that, you know, living in my imagination has allowed me to become quite wise and knowledgeable about reality and life and people. But all this knowledge and ideas don't really mean much if I can't apply them into my physical life, right? So I find that it's more important to just live, because I think this relates to the purpose of life. There is really no purpose of life. Life itself is the purpose. And that's what I learned from Osho. He spoke about that. He spoke about how it's deceptive and it's an illusion to be living in spirituality or living in the future or living in abstract. It's really about living here and now and being. Self-expression, authenticity, expressing whatever desire or feeling you have, and just being a child again. So this year, I am doing that, where instead of living 80% in my head and 20% outside. I'm striving for 60% in my head and 40% outside, and then adjust from there. So that's why every week now I go into the park. It's only been a couple months. I do feel more at peace, more relaxed. I feel younger. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned this, but my plan is to live past 100. Maybe I shouldn't even call it a plan. I'm already doing it. I'm in the process of living past 100, right? It's not about the future. I'm already doing it. And what it means to live past 100 to me is staying young as long as possible so that I have the energy, the health. The health provides me that supplies me the energy to pursue my passions, to have the energy to meet with people, to engage in creative ideas, to not be old and frail. It's about freedom. Freedom to be me. I think I'm all over the place with this video as well. Okay. I just wanted to share my experience, my thought I had. All right, so I hope that you go out and take some time away from technology and just go out and play. Make a sandwich, bring some snacks, have a picnic with yourself. Sit under a tree, cloud watch, roll around the grass, be a kid again. And then let me know if you incorporate being a kid again throughout your life or just on a weekly basis. Let me know how you feel. Because I can tell you now, you would feel a lot better. If you're living in if your life right now feels stressful, just pausing your life just to be and live, I think that is the purpose of life. Okay. I think I ended up talking more than I wanted to talk about, and now I'm just being random. Talk to y'all later. Goodbye.